Good morning. All right. We are now officially in Turkey Month. So just wanted to do a little recap, see how everybody's Halloween weekend was. Hopefully there were no injuries, no major debaucheries, and everybody for the most part had a good time. The same could be said about, my little area. As you can tell, my voice is a little odd. Thursday before Halloween, my significant other decided to surprise me with some tickets to the local national football team. Had a blast. So, anyways, Halloween weekend. So, Friday through Sunday. Everything was going good. Decided to take our little rookie to the local trunk or treat. Best $10 spent ever. We give them $10. They let all the little ones run around and jump on, those bouncy castles? Yeah. Whoever made those should have patented that shit, because that in itself, they're just amazing. Kids were running around. They didn't care what was going on. School could have been on fire. Adults could have been being chased around by Jason or Freddy or whatever. They wouldn't have cared. They'd be like, all right, bye. So, that was Friday night. Like I said, it was amazing. Great turnout. Local community was just impressive. So many donations of the bouncy castles, of time, of effort. No worries. It was a nice little, event for the kids to have, especially those that live out in the middle of BFE that don't get trick-or-treaters or have to travel. Saturday, had a little party, a little shindig over at some friends of ours. Good time. Had some adult beverages, had some laughs. Nobody decided to puke on themselves, so all in all, that's a win. Ended up getting home right around 1:30, 2 o'clock. So needless to say, Sunday was a little rough. We wake up thinking, oh, hey, cool, 7, 8 o'clock, no big deal. The kid actually slept in. No, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. He slept in, but, is what it is. Anyways, so Sunday goes off without a hitch. We go trick-or-treating with some friends of ours. We hit the local Ritzy, people on the hill. No full-size candy bars, not complaining, because, again, adult beverages were handed out to some of the chaperones, and they were tasty. So I can't argue, walking around, checking out all the decorations and having homeowners say, hey, you want an adult beverage? Who am I to argue, right? Anyways, so the main focus of this video is last night. Obviously, Halloween weekend, you've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the craziness going on. You've got people that, decorate their house to the nines. They put out the haunted houses, the jump scares, which apparently is a thing. I don't do haunted houses. But anyways, so that's supposed to be, when all the craziness and the gore and whatnot occurs. So fast forward to last night. I get home, everything's going good, and no more than I'd say 5 minutes, all of a sudden I hear this very abrupt exclamation from the kitchen. Like, oh, okay. Perhaps the wife has something, going on. All of a sudden, our little one's like, oh no. He can get a bit dramatic. I come in the kitchen. Nope, he's not being dramatic at all. Boss lady has straight up, she's damn near cleaved her finger off. Like, it is a good cut. Like, this is some Hollywood magic shit. There's droplets, here and there, and she's wrapped it up, applying pressure, and it's just turning red. I'm like, okay. So, naturally, this is not just a oops, my finger got in the way. No, this is a oops, I decided to be Jerry Garcia moment. So, that brings me to my point. Men versus women regarding, I guess, medical issues. Alright? Both men and women can be hesitant going to the doctor. One, frankly, the doctor's expensive, especially if you don't have health insurance. In today's day and age, most of us have some sort of health insurance, which is fine. Most of us tend to have a copay or something like that, depending on what's going on, your employer, whatever. In either case, nobody really likes going to the doctor. One, they're usually full of just people that are hypochondriacs, or you've got something that's minor compared to the individual who has like a 2x4 through their forehead or whatever. So you're not going to be seen for a hot minute. You might as well pack a meal. Anywho, from there, once you get to the doctor, you got to fill out a bunch of paperwork, deal with all this stuff, deal with the runaround. The nursing staff, God bless them, is dealing with a bunch of crazy shit. So they're probably not too happy. The doctors are overworked. On top of the whole mandate thing, which we're not even going to get into. And from there, you end up coming back home after a couple hours and whatnot. Anywho, so after Boss Lady decided to pull the magic trick last night, I needed to tell her, hey, you should probably go to the hospital because that looks pretty deep. I'm taking my experiences as well as information that she has given me in past, I guess, events. Saying, hey, quit being a bullheaded, idiot, go to the hospital. It'll be quicker, easier, done, we can laugh about it later. If you laugh about it, I don't know. But from there, she keeps telling me, I don't know, we'll maybe it'll stop. Yeah, every time she removes pressure, it's like a chocolate fountain, just not chocolate. Like, yeah, that's not stopping. So after 3 failed attempts of trying to get this thing to stop, she finally decides to go ahead and, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go to the hospital. Cool. Luckily, our neighbor was able to take her. I stayed home. That way I could watch our little guy and take care of everything else as far as it goes, on the home front. So anyways, going back to the whole difference between men and women. Men will get cut or get injured in some way, shape, or form. We don't want to go to the hospital. I get it. We will then be nagged to the point of, exhaustion by our significant other to go ahead and go to the hospital. What do? We end up going to the hospital after I don't know, 1 or 2 outbursts. She waited at least 3. And even then was like, I could probably drive myself. I don't know. Maybe. I'll talk to the neighbor, see what she's doing. Like, quit screwing around and go to the hospital. I'm not a doctor. But, there's the possibility of nerve damage, depending on how deep the cut was. You may have nicked something. I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, I watch Grey's Anatomy and Station 19 and all these other doctor shows, but it doesn't mean jack. You know, those things are beyond dramatic. Anyway, she finally comes back home, gets a couple stitches. Everything was good, but it was just one of those, you know, looking back on it, like, why did you wait so long to go? Obviously, you know this thing is not just a little paper cut. So, yeah, we decided to wait till after Halloween to go ahead and have all the blood and gore, because that's how we do things. Anywho, that's all I really got for the day. Not a real rant, just different personal experiences. Hopefully y'all's weekend was great. Hopefully your week gets better, especially with Thanksgiving coming up in the next couple weeks. And obviously about 3 weeks after that, we've got Christmas. That'll be fun. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and stay safe.